So therefore, at that time, when the entire society needed some clarity and direction, and not leave or get away from the Vedic injunctions and walk that path in the right spirit to understand the philosophy and the true meaning of all those words, we needed a luminary. And that was the time, around the 7th century, that we had the advent of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. He is sometimes referred to as Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. Bhagavan is the Lord himself, because what he did is not humanly possible. So Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji, coming in this great lineage of the Guru and Shishya, the Guru Shishya Parampara, he was born with the blessings of Lord Shiva, and the blessings were also to his parents. The parents said, "We want a son like you." Lord Shiva said, "How can I find anyone else other than me, like myself? So I only will have to come." That is why he is considered the incarnation of Lord Shiva himself. And his when he was born, it was known that he will live only for 16 years. But he will be great. So his parents chose that I want, even if he is short-lived, but he should be great. So he, in the 16 years, what did he achieve? At the age of 5, his Upanayanam was done. And the home in which he was born and the Upanayanam is done is at present in Chinmayananda International Foundation. We have our research center. The study of Sanskrit and Indology happens there. So that place, we have heard from people who know the history of that local place, that he used to write articles in his childhood. Up to 5 years he lived there. Now when he wrote articles, we don't know. But he used to write articles, and they used to have, nowadays we have social media. We post it. Those days they used to have some, something similar to our notice boards. They used to have some stones which were kept, on which, with some weight and all, so whatever you write you can post so people around can see. The social media was there earlier also. So he used to put that, and we have heard that there were some Pandits and scholars who envied him so much that they used to burn it up by the end of the day. Because he was so brilliant. At the age of 8, he took sannyas with the permission of his mother. 8 years, started walking. He was born in Kerala. He started walking northwards, and as he kept walking, he reached the banks of Narmada. He met his Guru in Omkareshwar, Sri Govinda Bhagavat Padacharya. The first question the Guru asked him, "Who are you?" And as a reply to that, in Sanskrit verses, he is saying, "I am not this body, I am not these senses, I am not this mind, I am that pure self." The Guru was very, very pleased to have a disciple like that. And as he was sitting and studying, he also had this inspiration of writing commentaries. So around the age of 12 or so, he asked his Guru, expressed his desire, "I want to write commentaries on the scriptures." Why commentaries? Not to publish a book. Because we would write something today to publish a book and become famous. His purpose was, what was the purpose? His birth itself was his purpose. That he wanted to correctly interpret the Veda so that people are guided in the right direction. And he saw this downfall of culture, downfall of lifestyle, and therefore he wanted to re-establish it. And therefore, he asked this Guru. Guru said, "As a sample, before I permit you, because these are all very sacred endeavor, so before that, just write as a sample a commentary on Vishnu Sahasranama." Okay, a portion of Mahabharata. So he took it up and he wrote the commentary and presented it to his guru. The guru went through that and he said, henceforth, you don't have to take my permission for writing anything. Blanket permission. You want to write anything you want to, you write. You don't have to ask me anything. He started writing commentaries on the Upanishads. He wrote commentaries on 10 Upanishads. And because he wrote commentaries on these 10 Upanishads, they are called major Upanishads. Not because there is anything different from the other Upanishads, but because he wrote commentaries on that, it came to be called as major Upanishad. Then he wrote commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, which is again the essence of Upanishads. And then he was writing a commentary on the Brahma Sutra, which are short aphorisms on Vedanta to understand Vedanta, written by Sri Vedavyasa. 555 such sutras are there. It is called Brahma Sutra. He wrote commentary on that. And as he was about to finish, his age was 16. He was almost going to finish that commentary. Vedavyasji is called a Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi means living forever. He came to check and said, what are you writing? He said, I am writing the commentary on Brahma Sutra. Oh, okay, explain this sutra. The author is asking her. And Shankaracharya did not know whether he recognized or not, I don't know. But then this conversation happened. So he explained that sutra so well that Vedavyasji was so pleased. He said, I give you an extension of 16 more years. Because a life like yours is worth living and it will be a blessing to the society. We will never get such extensions. God will come and tell us that, can I reduce a little bit because you are creating too much of trouble in the world. but he got an extension of 16 more years. Now someone like us, and he completed his commentary on Brahma Sutra when his age was, he completed 16, he completed the commentary. Someone like us, what would we have done? Vacation. Job done, what I undertook over. Anyway, I was going to live only till 16. More than that, I am not expected to do anything more. So, retire. He didn't do that. He took it up that I have written all these commentaries. I have tried to explain. But still, people, just by reading a book, people are not going to get transformed. Certain beliefs are still so deep-rooted. How will we bring about a change if we not take it to the masses? So therefore, he took it upon himself and started walking around. He did the Padayatra. Walking around the entire land. It is called Digvijaya Yatra. Digvijay. Dig means directions. Vijaya means victory. So it was not something to conquer like a king would do. But he was a king of knowledge. So what did he want to conquer? He wanted to vanquish all ignorance and wrong notions, and he wanted to re-establish the right knowledge. And therefore, with that, he went to the entire land. And as he was roaming around, he visited so many different monasteries, gurukulas, so many different temples. He reconstructed so many temples. He prescribed the way of doing pujas in so many temples. Till date, in Badrinath, the puja that is followed is Shankaracharya ji given. Even till date, Nambudiri from Kerala is the main priest there. So many such things he established. He established the 4 mathas in the 4 directions of the country. He did so much of reform work in the true sense, with that spirit of everyone must get the right knowledge. And that way, when he started spreading this knowledge. He also came across various places. For example, in temples, when he was reconstructing or resurrecting the temples, he wrote so many stotrams. All the Adi Shankaracharya stotrams are all written this way. Going to each temple and deity and feeling inspired and connected, came out one stotram. Like that, so many such stotrams. So many occasions led to different types of compositions from him. One of them, which is very, very famous, is Bhaja Govindam. He saw an old man struggling with grammar rules instead of pursuing spiritual knowledge, and therefore, out of compassion, Bhaja Govindam flowed out. Like that, so many different occasion inspired compositions were also there. And at one point, maybe, because exact references we may not have, but maybe all the disciples, he did not have just four, huh? He had many, many. The four main ones were given the charge of the four mathas, which are Padmapadacharya, Hastamalakacharya, Sureshwaracharya, Totakacharya. But he had many, many more disciples. Maybe all these disciples came to him and said, "Oh Acharya." And he was nearing the age of 32 now. So the extension period also is getting over. Maybe at that time, the disciples went to him and said, "Oh Acharya, can you give us your parting advice? Can you give us, the entire, body of knowledge, the ocean that you have shared with us? Can you give it to us in essence? What do you want us to do? What do you want the humanity to do? What is the path that we need to take?" And as a response to such a request came Sadhana Panchakam. Beautiful composition. And what to talk of Sri Adi Shankaracharyaji's poetry? We will read. This is a very small glimpse. He has many such works in which his poetry is much more evident. But in this also, just imagine 40 steps of life for any seeker in 5 verses as his parting shot, parting advice before bidding farewell. This message, does it not become the message of his life? The most important thing, and an essence of all that has been said in the different scriptures.